Hello, welcome to my presentation. Today I will share my personal leadership philosophy and discuss how it has evolved throughout this course. By first examining my definition of leadership, I can identify the 5 practices from this course that have had the most profound impact on me and explain why they resonated so deeply. Analyzing these concepts enables me to outline the tools I possess in my leadership toolkit, opening the opportunity for further development with a clear goal. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Spencer DuBois. My journey at NATE began with my passion for project management in the fall 2022 semester when I completed a project leadership certificate. This course broadened my urge to learn about business, enticing me to enroll in the Business Administration, Entrepreneurship, and Innovation diploma. Since then, my passion for business has only grown as I have finished the program and I am now starting my BBA in the same focus area. Leadership has played a key role in my career's journey so far, contributing instrumentally to my success. Everyone has their own definition of leadership. Throughout this course, mine has evolved substantially. Initially, I saw leadership as a practice rather than an art. I felt that it was the careful management of personnel in a way that allowed cohesion. Now I see it as the art of inspiring others to reach their full potential. This can only be done with the exceptional emotional intelligence that allows us to comprehend human emotions on a deep level. Throughout the course, we referred to Kuz's and Posner's The Leadership Challenge, consisting of 5 practices: model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. All 5 uniquely impacted me, often by encouraging me to see what was right in front of me by questioning my assumptions. The first practice, model the way, is one I've written much about during this course. I learned that those who align their actions with their values can inspire others by leading with confidence. Practice 1 helped me understand how little time we dedicate to understanding how we feel, and that clearly defined values help us get the most out of life by clarifying what we want. The connection between Practice 1 and Practice 2 was particularly meaningful to me because it highlighted the relationship between understanding our values and creating a vision. By clarifying our values, we can define the future we want to achieve. With a clear vision, tasks that once seemed irrelevant suddenly become an important part of our journey. One aspect of the textbook that resonated with me was imagining the possibilities. This segment introduced an approach, and by simply visualizing the rewards of a future created through dedication to our vision, we can turn that vision into a reality. This practice helped me realize that every single assignment and every single course contributes to something bigger, making it more motivating to dedicate myself fully to my work. Practice 3, challenge the process, made me reflect on my relationship to the status quo. One exercise asked trivial questions like whether I take the same route to work every day or eat the same thing for breakfast every morning. For example, my breakfast habits have been consistent over the years. From 17 to 18, I ate the same English muffin with an egg every single morning. From 18 to 20, I switched to quesadilla every day until I became tired of it. Now at 23, I find myself eating the same sandwich every day. This reflects my comfort with routine. While breakfast might seem irrelevant in the grand scheme, this example shows my tendency to avoid change. This preference for the status quo has limited my ability to learn new cooking skills as I simply stick with what I'm most comfortable with. Now, if adhering to the status quo can negatively impact my ability to learn something so irrelevant, imagine the impact it can have in the organizational context. If we adhere to the status quo rather than taking risks and improving processes, picture the opportunity cost. Therefore, this practice taught me that we as leaders have the responsibility to take the initiative to question our assumptions. Once we learn how to do that, we must also learn how to enable others to act. Practice 4 focused on fostering collaboration and strengthening others. The aspect of this that impacted my leadership philosophy most deeply was trust. Cruzes and Posner describe trust as the central issue in human relationships. They say that without trust we cannot lead. Therefore, we have to invest in trust. What stood out to me in this chapter is the power of being the first to trust. In the past, I've lacked trust as I always feel that others seek to take advantage of me. What this course has taught me, however, is that this was creating a self-fulfilling prophecy where the lack of trust was contagious. By taking a chance and being the first to trust, it inspires others to trust us in return. Practice 4 inspired me to foster a collaborative environment through trust and care, creating meaningful relationships along the way. Practice 5 focused on encouraging the heart. Reading about personalizing recognition was memorable for me because it made me realize how often I've failed to acknowledge others in a meaningful way. In personal relationships, I've often become so caught up on my schoolwork and personal goals that I forget to recognize the support of others making everything possible for me. This practice also showed me how I can show gratitude more effectively. By taking the time to get to know someone personally, we can thank them in a way that resonates with them deeply and encourages further effort. Throughout this course, my leadership abilities have improved most by learning about McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y. They deepen my awareness of effective leadership by showing contrasting management styles and their impacts on those who we lead. Theory X values the importance of control, while Theory Y values the importance of trust. Having worked primarily with Theory X managers, I understand the negative long-term impact they have on our organizations and the morale of their employees. This concept helped me understand that I resonate more with the Theory Y style, inspiring me to lead with emotional intelligence. This allowed me to develop a leadership toolkit based on this, consisting of essential skills such as vision, values, communication, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. These attributes are vital for effective leadership, as a clear vision inspires others, and emotional intelligence allows understanding in interpersonal relationships. Using these traits, I am to lead with trust and empowerment. Reflecting on all that I've learned highlighted my greatest weakness, self-awareness and empathy. Considering my vision of becoming a leader who uses emotional understanding to resonate with others, these attributes are vital and have to be improved. Therefore, I have created a specific plan to develop these weaknesses into strengths using the SMART goal framework. My plan can only be executed through consistency, as it is intended to ensure that I dedicate weekly time to improving my abilities. Starting July 1st, I'll begin journaling weekly to identify patterns in my emotional responses and understand what triggers them. Doing so increases my self-awareness by recognizing behaviors that may stand in the way of effective leadership. These will be completed every Friday after work for more accurate reflection. The next step involves receiving feedback from my manager, where I will ask to share his opinion on my performance. We can meet twice per month, and I will ensure that I spend sessions trying to understand rather than defend. The third step will begin at the start of September once I have done a decent amount of self-reflection. At this point, I will have a clearer idea of how I can start improving my self-awareness by determining the patterns in my journals. Final step will be done on the last day of September, when I will document my actual progress compared to the planned amount. If my findings are not satisfactory, I will return to step 3 and stay there until I get the results desired. Throughout these 3 months, I will make others my focus rather than myself. Listening will be my priority, and I'll aim to get to know others more meaningfully. The overall goal of this process is to shape myself into an effective leader and make self-awareness and empathy my strengths. In conclusion, this course has greatly affected my leadership philosophy by helping me realize the importance of emotional intelligence and effective practices such as modeling the way, crafting a compelling vision, challenging the status quo, fostering trust, and personalizing recognition. Now I'd like to thank you for joining me on this reflection of my personal leadership philosophy. Together, let's embrace the future by inspiring others to reach their full potential. Thank you.